We've got a lot of secret sauce on this week's Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is 4 friends playing 5th edition D&D with random settings and plots. We use adult language, have inconsistent character voices, and screw up the rules. This is your first time listening. Check out our first 4 campaigns. They are there. Binge away, enjoy them, and then come back and listen to this guy. You can start at any episode 0 or 1. In episode 0, we roll on a chart to build the campaign. This is episode 0 of Campaign 5. My name is Casey Sears. I am your host. To my left, we have Matt Poppich.
What's up, man?
Across the table from me, we have Chuck Ventus.
Hello.
To my right, we have Robbie Ponder.
Hello.
Damn it.
You copied me.
It's a catchphrase now. I gotta use it.
You copied Chuck.
I did not. I've been
That's Chuck's
using hello
catchphrase.
since the day one.
That's Chuck's catchphrase now.
Yeah.
Hopefully by now you guys know what we're doing and what we're all about. We have a chart. We have condensed this chart down to 20 entries for characters, setting, and plot, 20 each. And we're just going to roll 3d20 each and, pick a campaign, put it together, and we're going to pitch each other on that campaign concept. And eventually, in the next half hour to 45 minutes to hour to 3 hours, however long it's not going to take that long,
No.
we are going to hash this out, and we're going to figure out what our next story is going to be.
Let's do it.
All right.
Secret sauce.
I can go first if you want.
Tell us what you got.
I rolled a 4, 1, and an 11. So we are time travelers, and the setting is the Forgotten Realms in a plot of Mass Effect. So we're time travelers, guys. We're jumping through time to go after one of our own time traveling companions that we used to work with, who has gone rogue and is trying to change time itself. And that's not part of the code of being a time traveler.
Yeah.
You don't fuck with time. So we're going after him. We're trying to hunt him down. And the last place that we traced his steps to, he's trying to cause chaos in the Forgotten Realms, which I don't know shit about. So
That's Sword
yes, you do.
Coast.
You know everything.
Waterdeep.
is it Sword Coast? Okay,
Yeah,
Forgotten
that's like
Realms.
That's
D&D.
you know it. That's if you know anything about D&D, you know.
He's time traveling through Forgotten Realms. So we are chasing him through time and trying to keep him from fucking up some big event.
I like it.
That's pretty
in the
rad.
Forgotten
Yeah, the
Realms.
DM can
So,
be pretty creative on it. I like it.
that's what I rolled.
All right, thanks, Chuck. Matt, what do you got?
I feel like we've done this. That's my guess. I got students. I got post-apocalypse, apocalypse, post-apocalypse, and Logan's Run.
Oh, okay.
So it sounds a little bit similar to Robbie's campaign to me, but for the most part, we're in a classroom. We figure, we're students, and then we figure out, oh wait, once you graduate and go outside, the world blows.
Yeah, that's. I think post-apocalypse and Logan's Run's a little redundant.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I think you could totally make a fine campaign out of that.
Yeah, I think so. Like you get out and
Graduation day is actually death day, and you don't
all
realize
die.
it.
Right? Yeah, but you get some hints prior to that, and then it sucks.
And then you got to escape.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah. Roberto.
For characters, I rolled pirates. Setting Dark Sun, and plot is a John Wick. So I really don't know much about the Dark Sun, but I know that's a D&D setting.
It's kind of like post-apocalyptic D&D. So, like, it's still elves and dwarves and things like that, but I think things have kind of been flipped. Like, the elves are marauders that...
Elves are
So
bad guys.
it's
Yeah.
in the desert world, right? Of
Yeah, and it's
Athens
deserty.
or something like that.
Yeah, like,
So really,
resources are scarce.
It'd be hard to mix a desert world into if you're a pirate. Maybe like the...
Oh, no, not at all. That's perfect.
Yeah, no, but
Resources
that's
are
perfect.
scarce, man. You
Yeah.
got to get what you get.
Pirates aren't always on the sea.
Ah, okay. I could buy that. Yeah. And then I guess we have some booty, and someone stole our treasure, and we're on a revenge quest to get it back.
Yeah.
And we're in post-apocalyptic desert world as we are getting back our booty.
They stole me favorite treasure. Yarr.
Yarr. It was me dog.
God, it would get real annoying.
They stole me dog.
They stole me dog. I think over there is our plunder.
All right, so I rolled a 12 for monsters, then Ravenloft, then Shadow of the Colossus.
Wow.
So we would be... So Ravenloft is where Curse of Strahd occurs. So it's this dark kind of Halloween-esque D&D setting. And you guys would all be monster classes or just monsters from the monster manual. And you would be fighting giant creatures that have invaded Ravenloft.
Kind of love it.
That sounds kind of cool.
Kind of love it.
That's kind of like, that is not anything that I would have come up on my own, but like,
yeah,
that could be really cool.
I like it a lot. I was a little worried our new chart with only D20s would get, like mine when I rolled it, I was like, well, that's just too easy. But that one came through for us, I feel like. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a star next to that one.
Okay, noted.
Thank you.
Let's do another roll.
Okay.
I can go first.
Okay.
For my characters, we are monsters. For my setting is Spelljammer, which I'm not 100% sure what that is.
Here, I looked it up for you on Wikipedia. It
Nice.
says, Spelljammer setting is designed to allow the usual sword and sorcery adventures of Dungeons & Dragons to take place within the frameworks of outer space. Flying ships travel through the vast expanses of interplanetary space, visiting moons and planets and other stellar objects. So kind of like just space in Dungeons & Dragons.
We like on pirate boats as we have a spaceship, or
Yeah.
I imagine them being like a Final Fantasy pirate ship that gets pulled around but has like space engines on it. That's what I'm picturing.
Kind of.
Sure.
So we're monsters on these boats, and our princess got kidnapped because we are following the plot of Legend of Zelda, and we need to travel across space to get our princess back.
That's kind of cool. I like monsters I like the idea of D&D monsters in Spelljammer because it's almost like it could be in a way for them very liberating to be away from like their normal world.
Where they're the bad guy.
Yeah, where they're the bad guys, but like out in the open interstellar planes, they are equals once again. Especially if they have their own boat. Yeah, and I imagine, like, plot of Legend of Zelda, I imagine you're going to have a few temples, you know? You're going to collect some items. You're going to rescue someone at the end.
So that'll probably be longer then, huh?
Yeah, that'd be depending on how tightly the DM condenses it, but
Sure.
that could be a longer one. I'll go next. This is Casey. I love this one. It's very simple, but it's very enjoyable to me. Shitty wizards in the Forgotten Realms. Plot of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, wow. So we get shrunk.
Yeah, probably because you're shitty wizards.
Right. Probably one of us is...
Messed up on a spell.
Yeah.
I just love the shitty wizards like character thing in general. It's like the only one that like calls out. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be that class, but I think shitty wizards in the Forgotten Realms accidentally shrinking themselves and getting stuck there sounds like a romp.
Yeah. Let's dig it. I would star that one.
Next.
Sure. I had superheroes. Forgotten Realms. That's a 1. So if you roll a 1, it's on plot.
rolls.
Yeah, I know. We're getting a lot of them. And then the Matrix. So here's what I'm imagining is we are all in Forgotten Realms. We're elves and dwarves. And then we figure out that is not real life, that our real life is in our world right now, and we be superheroes there. Like we try and break out other people from the Matrix, and we have superpowers
he's
there.
A hero in both worlds in the Matrix. So that's
right,
kind of
exactly.
What you're saying.
Yeah,
because when Neo gets out of the Matrix, well,
he's still a hero.
In the Matrix, he's
a hero
badass,
because
but
of
when
things he
gets
did
out,
in the Matrix.
Yeah, but he discovers that he has abilities in the real world,
correct,
as well.
Yeah, when he passes out for like 3 days,
he like realizes like he has to get somewhere and like I don't know. Defeat some baddie to like some virus or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mr. Smith is the virus in the Matrix, and it's rooting the program. And, yeah, so whatever. But anyways, I feel that we would be the superheroes in the Forgotten Realms. Mm-hmm. That's what I feel. That's like whenever we go into the Forgotten Realm, like we're the superheroes and like we're logging in and to go into the Forgotten Realm.
Yeah, I kind of think that too. And
But
then
how
once
does
you're
the
in the
Matrix
Forgotten
play
Realm,
then?
well, I mean, like in the Matrix, like those characters in the Forgotten Realms realize they're actually someone else being controlled in a way, and then those characters open up their mind. And I don't know, it's up to the DM, but there are multiple ways to do that one.
There are. It could easily be two settings. One, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you would have to have two settings.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what color pill you take.
Boom.
That's right.
It's a tough. I don't love it. I don't know. Matrix is tough in general because it right when you see Matrix, you're like, well, that's going to be a long campaign because it's multiple layers of reality going on. So
yeah, Matrix is kind of like you're doing two campaigns because there's two different worlds here.
Yeah. So all right, that's mine. I don't love it.
All right, Chuck, what do you got?
I think I got something, but you guys could chime in on this one. I'm out like, yeah, okay. I rolled a 15 for criminals in a setting of oligarchy, a corporate rule, 14. And then the plot is Legend of Zelda. So I was thinking that you got your big baddie who's like controlling he's in charge of your, let's say 3 corporations, and the 3 corporations represent the Triforce or whatever, pieces of the Triforce. And we're criminals. We're trying to steal these, something inside of the corporations or whatever to get control back for the people or something from this big baddie that is making life real shitty for everyone because he's got control of everything. So what do you guys think?
I mean, you just got to have a pig CEO that's game.
Yeah, he's
right?
a pig. He's definitely a pig. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
We've got better.
I agree. So.
I agree. We have better, but it's good.
All right, so this next roll, guys, how about we roll 3 D20?
Okay.
And then you can choose which D20 becomes characters, which chooses setting, which chooses plot. So you have little options there, a little flexibility.
Ready, set, roll.
All right, who's going first?
Matt, why don't you go first?
Oh, okay. I got bounty hunters. I like that one. That was a number 1 that I got in an eldritch horror. So when we're talking about that, I mean, I know that's H.P. Lovecraft, but more of, like, what are you imagining with eldritch horror?
For the setting, I think
Yes.
it's like 1920s-ish. And I mean, it's 1920s-ish, and it's just probably low-level characters being murdered by horrible things.
Okay. Well, that would happen because I got The Purge.
Oh.
Yeah. So one day per year, people can kill other people with no repercussion, no go to jail or anything like that. And we're bounty hunters during that time period in the 20s, where probably at this point it's like, hey, I want these people killed on the night. So it's probably going to take place during one 24-hour period, and we are given a list of, hey, kill these people. And heck, maybe we're on somebody else's list because they know that we're going to kill them. So,
And also there are horrible, horrible monsters afoot.
yes, and that.
Got a question. I saw that there was another option down towards the bottom that says the purge of any specific type. It's one that we're not using.
I mean, it's the same.
It's the same thing.
If someone who rolls the purge, they get to decide the rules of the purge. I think is all that means.
So glad you asked, or that I asked. So that you answered that. So
all right, Chuck, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go. Whatever. Since we're talking about it. So we are shitty wizards in the Forgotten Realm during the purge. So we're shitty wizards living in the Forgotten Realms. We're pretty bad at what we do. And then, like Matt said, because we talked about the purge, once a year or something comes up where they decide that this one day for a 24-hour period, anyone can kill anyone. But I was thinking that it would be any magic wielder is someone that you are allowed to kill. You can't kill anyone that can't wield magic. So we would be shitty wizards that are being hunted the entire time. So we would have to figure out like how to get out of like a weird situation and I guess stop the purge or whatever from happening. So that's all I got.
Robbie, what you got?
I like yours, Chuck. I think it would be cool if, like, instead of us trying to fight to survive, if we were shitty wizards and we were just fighting to kill people, that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
So our characters, we would be family members. We would be family. We are in a post-apocalyptic.
Nope.
Nope. Yep. Say it again.
Who's ever editing this can edit all that out for me. Post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic.
Nope.
Was that a joke?
Some of these words are kind of hard.
I have
Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
Nope.
Apocalyptic.
I rolled Spelljammer. We are family. We are a family in a post-apocalyptic.
Nope.
Post-apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
Nope. Apocalyptic.
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 Did we spell it wrong on the chart?
No.
Apocalyptic.
Say
Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic.
No.
Apoc.
APOC.
apocalyptic.
I'm gonna get rid of this
Listen,
word.
no, look at me. Look at my face.
Cataclysmic. Can you say that?
Yeah, cataclysmic.
Cataclysmic.
There it is.
Post cataclysmic.
Post-cataclysmic.
No one's gonna listen to this.
Oh my goodness, we lost all our listeners here. Okay, I want to move my things around. We are Transformers in the Planescape, and our plot is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Huh.
So what is the Planescape? I know I picked this one, but I did like Transformers and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and then Planescape was my odd number, so I really don't know what the Planescape is.
Planescape is a D&D setting. Its most famous city is the city of Sigil, and that is the place where all planes meet and connect. It's like a city built on the inside of a donut is probably where it would start. And there's a lot of like plane jumping and moving from place to place to place. It's like, I don't want to say it's slightly more higher tech than a traditional D&D world, but in a way it is.
I agree. Yeah, it's a little more high tech.
I really don't have anything in mind when we're Transformers and the Planescape and we are shrunk. I really don't have anything for that.
Yeah, that's it. They don't go well together because Planescape, you're thinking big. You can go to any world, and then Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, it just goes like fights against it immediately. So
yes, exactly. Yeah, those two together don't make any sense.
Yeah.
All right, so I got Power Rangers, or Rangers of Power, as we must call them, so we don't get sued, in the wilderness with the plot of Chrono Trigger. So I think the only thing that's hard there is the wilderness. I think that would be, I don't know, because it's Chrono Trigger, I feel like the wilderness would have to evolve or devolve. Like wilderness would be one of the settings, but I don't think that would have to be the only setting.
I mean, Chrono Trigger is similar to it's got to have multiple different settings.
So I think that there is, at some point, there's a wilderness in there, but eventually that wilderness has to become the future and probably gets bulldozed and skyscrapers and biodomes get popped up.
Right.
But that's probably where it starts as a wilderness, or maybe you go back to that wilderness, but also you guys would be time traveling to stop an ancient evil.
I like the time travel.
I could dig it.
I think that's
yeah,
so cool.
yeah. Chrono Trigger is super sweet.
And I think the Ranger of Powers thing is fun because I, like, in my brain as DM, like, you would have a level 1 character, and then you would pop into a level 10 character, and then you would pop into, like, a level 20 character, or something like that. Like, there's, like, tiers that you can, or, like, maybe you're, like, you have a level 1 character, and when you go Power Ranger, you're, like, actually playing as, like, a dragon or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, you got to get bigger.
For some reason, this is totally, I guess, similar. For some reason, it makes me think of Exo Squadron. When Robbie and I used to play, we had the little. Do you know Exo Squadron?
Yeah, I remember.
Exo Squadron. You had the exo suits that were like. That's how they did like all their big abilities, like their gunships and shit. And your little guy was like real weak.
What is this? What is Exo Squadron?
You know what I'm getting at, Robbie?
I remember, yeah, and
Exo Squadron is like an old cartoon from like the 90s.
Okay,
I think.
Imagine the crane that Ripley's in and moves around. Imagine it is weaponized, like a kind of an Iron Man.
Yeah, an exosuit.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was just funny because you were talking about your level 1 character, and that's basically what the guys were without. We played that way. The guys without their suits, if they were outside their bases or their barriers, and you just made a machine gun sound with your mouth, like they automatically died. We had hit points and shit set up. I assassinated his leader. That's why he's smiling.
I knew it was coming. He killed my leader, and I begged him. Begged him, let him come back to life. He stuck with his guns. He said no, so I had to pick a new leader. But that was like 20 years ago.
I don't know why I thought of it.
All right. So we have done 3 rounds.
I thought that was 4. No, that was 3. You're right.
3 rounds.
Do one more?
Is there anything anyone feels good about or strong about? I mean, I would do the monsters in Ravenloft Shadow of the Colossus.
I think that's a really good one.
My favorite one, if I had to pick out of 3 I did, it would be my first one, Time Traveler's Forgotten Realm Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's tough.
Really?
You'd have to know a lot of the history of the Forgotten Realms in order to DM
that's
that.
right, because you would be changing history and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Or actually, that's also if I were DMing that, I would have you guys as time travelers coming back into the past to, kind of slightly knowing what you're doing, like who to stop.
Mm-hmm. You know what event this person's trying to change or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you know what event is going to happen, but you don't know who's going to do it. So I think there are ways to get that done.
Yeah, it is tough.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to do one more round of rolls?
Let's do one more. I like the Shadow of the Colossus the best too. Or there was one Honey I Shrunk the Kid ones I like too.
The Shitty Wizards Forgotten Realm, Honey I Shrunk the Kids?
I think that's good too.
Yeah.
I like that too.
All right, do we want to roll 3 and pick which 3, or do we want to...
Yeah, let's do that. That's fun.
All right.
Mix it up.
All right, Robbie, what you got?
So we are artists. Cyberpunk is our setting, and our plot is The Rock. So I imagine for artists, we might be architects, and we made a building design, and for some reason we need to get inside the building, which would be our rock, and we need to go in there and save the world. And we do it in a cyberpunk setting.
That's pretty cool. I could see that.
Sure.
Yeah, whether it's a jail or a prison or also cyberpunk artists could be like some crazy you know what I mean? Like digital art, cyber art, like experiential art. Like that could really lead into a lot of character classes in a creative way too. I think that's cool. That's really cool.
Chuck, you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go. We are explorers in a steampunk setting where the plot is Mega Man. So
Sounds
we are
like Casey would like that.
explorers.
I do like that.
Traveled to another world or whatever. We're exploring. We've come across this steampunk world, and there is some mad scientists or
with a
robots
bunch of automatons
that are controlling portions of sectors of this steampunk world, and we gotta take them down because it's the whole system's breaking down, man. I don't know.
Steampunk plus Mega Man is a great fit.
I agree.
So there you are. I wanted to do a Mega Man.
Yeah, I was hoping someone would get Mega Man.
You were,
I was like,
Casey said that before.
Here's my offering to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. I kind of this took some working too. I got a 10, a 19, and a 3, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
All right.
We are pro wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Modern day.
Mm.
The world needs a hero though, because someone shows up Mortal Kombat style and tells us, "Hey, we need fighters to compete in an interdimensional tournament."
Oh, that's good.
And it's like, whoa, check out these WWE guys. They are
clearly warriors. Yeah, clearly the world's greatest, strongest champions.
Yeah, in tiny little, their little outfits there, going off against the ropes and jumping off the high rope. Wow, that's the Earth's champion right there. Yeah. So we get teleported to be in this tournament.
Yeah, I feel like that could be like dumb aliens or something that are observing the world and don't really understand that it's fake.
Exactly. They're
funny.
On television. This is this is their entertainment here at Earth. These are obviously whoever has the title belt gets
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it's either going to be that one or it's going to be the one I'm going to say right now.
Go for it.
Which is monsters in a Poke world, as in Pokemon.
Right.
Mad Max Fury Road is the plot.
Oh, you're so excited about that one too.
I am too. Yeah. Oh my God. So basically, you guys would be the pets that are under control, but clearly someone is using them as a resource like blood bags in Mad Max Fury Road.
Right.
So someone is using the monsters in a nefarious way, and you guys are on a roller coaster ride to escape or get away or save yourselves or save other people, probably from people, human people that are
Team
bad.
Rocket, the Team Rocket equivalent.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I mean, I don't want to DM again, so I'm kind of out of the running, but I feel like we have some winners for somebody.
Yeah. So I think top
I thought that pro wrestler one was funny.
pro wrestler I think is really good.
That's funny.
What was the one that we
Pokemon
got you to star?
kind of thing?
What one was
Monsters, Pokemon.
What was it? No, there was one that we started.
Not the-
earlier.
Oh, the very
names.
Monsters, Ravenloft, Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, that's really good too.
Yeah.
I really feel like we've got some real good ones.
Yeah.
It's just whatever you feel most passionate about, or somebody feels most passionate about, I suppose.
Are there any other ones you guys want to shout up? Because right now our top 3 are Monsters and Ravenloft, Pro Wrestlers. What was the plot of yours, Matt? Pro Wrestler Combat.
Modern day.
Yeah,
Mortal
modern
Kombat.
day Pro
Mortal
Wrestlers.
Kombat was the plot.
Or Poke Mad Max.
I do feel like modern day is going to limit us to
Magic
non-magic.
or ability.
Yeah, everyone would have to be like Barbarian Fighter, Rogue Ranger, or something, or
Which is-
Monk.
Yeah, which is still doable, but I mean, that might bother some people. It doesn't bother me. I just want to point that out.
Well, the other 2 we're talking about are monsters, so that would be the DM deciding those limitations there, whether they pick a CR to focus on,
Right.
or
if you're a goblin, they
or
don't
a
know
monstrous race.
wizard
Mhm.
classes, stuff like that. Yeah, which again is fine.
Yeah, I feel like the Ravenloft monsters would be more, kind of more. I don't know. I want to say more traditional, but like you could probably be like a zombie or a vampire
was gonna
or
say,
whatever. You know what I
undead-y.
mean? Like yeah, there would be you might be working for Strahd in that one to stop these colossi that have invaded his realm or something. Man.
Do you have any favorites, Casey? 'Cause
I would
I'm
DM
not,
any
like-
of those 3.
Really?
I would
I am not
absolutely
thinking,
DM any of those 3. I love modern day shit. I like Ravenloft and Shadow of the Colossus. That sounds fun. And the Mad Max Fury Road, but you guys are monsters also sounds fun.
Is there a reason we have to decide at the second?
I mean, just for the sake of the listener and also for the sake of the DM to start planning.
Okay. Well, since that's you,
I think, yeah. I'm not.
Yeah, right.
I'm not feeling anything. The only thing I could think of was Matt's pro wrestler one.
Mm-hmm.
And like he said, it would just be, in my mind, there's no magic. I guess I don't know,
Yeah.
unless you can think of
that would make it easier to DM though if you're
Yeah.
not an experienced DM.
suplex.
So were there any others that anyone had on their list that they want to bump up to the top to discuss?
No.
what about the artist Cyberpunk and The Rock?
I think that's cool too. I'd also love to take a run at that.
So I'm not feeling any of them as strong as it sounds like you're feeling them, Casey.
Is anyone feeling strongly about something they'd want to play? Does like playing a monster really fascinate you guys, or playing in the modern day really fascinate you, or?
I don't like modern day stuff. I feel like it's tough to skin myself.
Mhm.
Like, but I think that one would lend itself to make it happen. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna do it, it would be something goofy like that.
Yeah.
Playing a monster sounds intriguing to me. It sounds like it would be cute as far as like, I could look into the tendencies of goblins or
Do
the
monsters
tendencies
have
of
levels, I guess. Or?
yeah. We would figure it all out.
Yeah, I think the DM would start building their world and their story and then be like, all right, here are your monster options. Pick one of these or build a monster's character up to this level.
Cool.
I wouldn't mind being pro wrestlers. That's the one I'm leaning toward.
Chuck, do you have a vote?
As what I would want to be as a player.
Yeah.
I think I don't know, the pro wrestler one could be like real goofy. You could make up I feel like I could make a goofy character doing that, but the monster thing actually sounds kind of cool. I don't know if that'd be fun to like play like a monster, I guess. And what would we be doing? We'd be going up against a big monster or something.
So either Shadow of the Colossus or basically you'd be a Pokemon but Mad Max.
That's my vote.
the Mad
okay.
Max one.
That's my vote.
I kind of
Yeah, let's do that one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I was kind of thinking that one, I don't know, action-wise sounds exciting. And also, Monsters in a Pokemon World, Mad Max Free Road, like, there's a lot. I mean, like, I already am thinking of, plots where they're utilizing you guys for your resources, whatever that magical resource is.
Yeah, it's funny. Like when I think of Smash Brothers, when you play as like Pikachu or whatever, can't you like see the Pokemon Master in the background?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they're there, but you're actually playing as the Pokemon.
Yeah.
All right.
Pokemon trainer. Yeah.
Pokemon trainer.
Season 5, we've got a winner.
There it is.
Monsters in a Poke World. Mad Max Fury Road is the plot. This is going to be a radically different campaign than anything we've ever done before.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you guys are going to have character sheets as much as you will have a monster manual entry. But I'll be the DM, and I'll start figuring that out, and I will start texting you guys with the appropriate rules and regulations.
Cool.
Yay.
Which means so this is I'm gonna pull back the kimono. This is January 6th, 2019. When you hear this episode 1 is already dropped, so go listen to it. We're already doing it. Sometime in the future, we're already playing some sort of crazy-ass Pokemon Mad Max bullshit. So, hey, tune into episode 1 of season 5 of Crit Sandwich.
I opened the book to randomly pick my thing, and I'm a dark green dragon. That's canon. So
Nope.
Yep.
Probably not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. Please give us a review on iTunes or the Apple Podcast app. Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or email us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.
Post-apocalypse.
Nope.
Still no?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
It's the apocalypse. We're living in the
dance
apocalypse.
apocalyptic. Dance.
You could say that. We're living in the
apocalyptic.
We're living in the apocalypse.
Apocalypse. Nope. Is that still no?
No, actually, yeah, you got it there at the end there.
Ah, cool.